last night there was a massive fire here, and they were fighting this fire for probably, I don't know, it's like 5 or 6 hours.
I saw the lights at 6:30 this morning.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So I went to bed around 1:30. We know that it started like around 7 or so, and there were fire trucks out here all the time. So we watched the fire. We're in this town, Mendota, where there's like population 7,000. It's a very old town, amazing old buildings. So this is very sad. There also was another fire, which I'm gonna show you where the other fire was like 5 months ago. So we're trying to we don't wanna get super close, but we wanna get close enough to see what actually happened. We're walking up the street to see what it looks like now. Their downtown area is pretty small. A lot of things are on the outskirts of town, just like many places. But these buildings, my great-grandfather had a bakery down here from 1890 something to 1947. And some of these buildings still have the dates on it. It'll say like 1856. And I think the buildings where this happened were that old. I'm gonna show you the alleyway from where the fire was last night. So this is the back part of the buildings that were on fire. Actually looks not as bad as we expected. Okay, so this is the street. It's called Illinois Avenue, but it's basically the main street. Look at that. So this taco shop, honestly, some of the best tacos around. I mean, just amazing business. Very sad. And now, I mean, this is horrific. Guys, let's walk down here for a little bit. Look at
this. I got 15 feet from the front of my collar to the road.
Oh, that was an antique shop right here with that sign coming real soon. They wanted to build a clock car. Look, this block has withstood like 160 years. 160 years gone in like 6-7 hours, maybe 12 hours. Unbelievable. 2 fires in 5 months should be researched and should be studied as to what is going on. But these buildings, like I said, have been built all the way back. I mean, it literally looks like a bomb went off. And it's so sad because this place was thriving. I mean, really thriving back in the day. Like that whole floor, and I think it started down there. So that's the antique shop that I bought almost all of my stuff. Back in the early to mid 1800s, people were coming here from Germany, from Ireland, from all kinds of places, and they built this beautiful town. And let me show you an idea of what some of the buildings looked like before they were just blown away on that street. This street was thriving, and look at the facades of these buildings. They are beautiful, beautiful architecture. So it's this street. Illinois Ave was kind of the main street, and then there's a train station over here. So this street is actually Main Street in front of the train station. Way back in the day, this was a huge thriving area because the trains would come in and people would come from Chicago. This is where my great-grandfather had a bakery. I recently bought back my great-grandparents' house just down the street because this town, they call it the world's greatest little city. Like, look at these buildings. Look at them. That's what the other street looked like. Look, these buildings are so beautiful. Okay, so this block, look, 1873, and look at how beautiful the facades are, right? That over there, in there, was where my great-grandfather had a restaurant way back in the day. And Jared's standing in front of a building that says 1873. Here was where my great-grandfather had a restaurant for years in this building. So I'm playing amateur sleuth here, but so you can see down the street, it's just a beautiful little town. Over here in front of me, I'm going to show you in a second, there were also 3 to 4 buildings that 5 months ago were burnt down in a similar fashion to that, mysteriously. This whole block had buildings on it, and now they're gone. For those of us who don't really believe in coincidences of having 8, 10 major buildings burnt down in the span of 5 months, I don't know, one needs to question. So this was the block that had 3 to 4 buildings. This had a building, and we're right across from the train station. On the other hand, the buildings are really old. I doubt all of these buildings have, you know, updated their electric, and they all share a wall as well. So it's quite possible that it is just a coincidence. The truth is that we don't know. It just seems like a massive double whammy for this little town. And this town, Illinois Avenue, used to have parades. Sometimes they have markets. We use that street for the Corn Festival, which was one of our annual events that has thousands, tens of thousands of people coming in here for the past 70 years. It's really sad. There are towns like this all over America with the beautiful turn of the century or gorgeous Victorian buildings or buildings from, you know, the 1800s, and a lot of them aren't thriving. They've had less business because we started to have more cars. We know that these downtowns are not as active anymore. Turn of the century, there were horse and buggies. Then fast forward to a little bit later than that, trains were coming through here, cars, parades, and then it happened just like it does in all small towns where not enough parking and more manufacturing, and so they had the Walmarts and the Targets and the department stores, and the downtown started to die a little bit because people weren't coming through as much on the trains. This little town where so much revolves around this street, Illinois Avenue, which is basically one of their main streets because it's small. This is destroyed, then what do they do? Where do they get their money? How do they rebuild? Will they be able to bring people down here? Are they going to just put something modern there? Are they going to lose the quaintness, lose the history? Are they going to lose sort of the soul of the place and the soul of the history of this place? So what a devastating thing. And I think you could all imagine how there are places like this around America that are struggling with building downtown. And you have a fire like this, and they need capital, they need money, and they need interest back into the sort of the small town life, because this is a great little town. It's the world's greatest little city.